What's up guys, this is Teddy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video we are going to be talking about switch statements in Java. Switch statements are another way to perform conditional logic very similar to an if-else statement. A if-else statement, I'm going to highlight the if-else statement in red. So if they're so similar and an if-else statement is so ubiquitous, you see if-else statements, I'm going to say 90% of the time in software for conditional logic. If we see if-else statements everywhere, what really is the reason to use a switch statement over a if-else statement? And there's two reasons. The first reason is that in certain circumstances, you use switch statements because they're easier to read, they're smaller, and it's a lot less code that you have to deal with, and it just looks better. Number two is that there is a very insubstantial performance gain. You can get a slight performance gain with a switch statement, but it's not enough to really merit it a reason to use it over anything else. If anything, it's a very negligible performance gain, but it is there. So switch statements, look at this if-else statement right here. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to check if the Pokemon, we are trying to check for a number. A Pokemon number is going to be passed in, and we are going to check, and for each line in this if statement, we are going to check 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's probably a better way to do this. And then at the end, if we can't find the Pokemon number, what we say Pidgey at the very end. It's kind of a stupid if-else statement, but it's a lot of checking for one variable. That's the key point. Whenever you use switch statements, you're usually doing so for just one variable. And we're doing the same here. We're just checking one single Pokemon variable each time in each conditional check. And if you look here, the switch statement can take in one variable right at the top here. And that's this is the syntax for a switch statement, and I'll kind of break down to you which each part means before we actually get into coding one. So up here, this is some variable that you will designate yourself. It could be an int, it could be a string, could literally be anything. It could be, you could be checking an object in here, which we'll talk more about objects in the next video actually, but you could put anything in here. So here we're going to put in, and this actually, I need to change this very quickly. I accidentally put in the wrong variable. It needs to be number. Sorry about that. But you're going to pass in the Pokemon number, and it's going to check this 3 here in each individual case. We have what are called cases in switch statements. So it's going to check if the case 1, is it a 3? No. So it's not going to execute that one. Then it's going to go down here. Case 2, is it a 3? No. Case 3, it's going to go down here. Oh, this is the code that we want, and it's going to execute everything within this code right here. So this is the green. This is the code that will be executed. It could be anything. It could be a system out. It could be console log. Could be some type of web, maybe you're rendering like a web page or something. Literally could be anything. And finally, the default is if none of these conditions are met. And also you need to be aware of the break. So the break is what is going to actually exit out of the switch statement. But if you don't have a break, the other cases could still be met if the possibility was there. So you need to be aware that you are putting breaks in places that you need them. If you need, essentially a break statement is going to exit out of it. So if you need the case to exit out when it actually meets it, you want to have that break there. But if you don't, if you want to continue on executing different cases, you would not put the break there. So let's go ahead and let's actually go into IntelliJ, and we are going to start working on our very first switch statement. So what I'm going to do up here is I'm going to go int, we're going to go Pokemon number and just assign it some random number up here. And I'm going to give this maybe a 4, and I need to make sure this is camel case. And then here we're going to have a string value. And what this program is going to do is it's going to search through all the Pokemon numbers, and if it finds a Pokemon with a number of 4, it's going to assign a string to the Pokemon name. So let's go ahead. We're going to go here. We're going to have a switch. Then we are going to have our Pokemon number. Going to go up here. Then for each one, we're going to have case 1. And this case could be anything. This could be case, this could be a string. This could be, I'm sure, an object. So if you had like Pokemon, then you had number, you could do that as well too, but we don't have that. So right now, the only thing that we can check against is a case. Then we're going to go down here, and you could put this on the same line, but you could also put this down here. So you got Pokemon number is equal to, and the first Pokemon is Bulbasaur. Okay, and then we're going to go down here, and we need to change this to Pokemon name because we are going to assign the name to it if it is correct. Then if this is correct, we're going to break. And the typing is strange and in IntelliJ. It doesn't want to go to the next line. So we're going to go here. We're going to go Pokemon name is equal to, and if the second, our second Pokemon is Ivysaur, then going to have a semicolon right here. Then we're going to have a break. Then here. Okay, so next is going to be case 3. And we're going to go down into here. And actually, I'm going to put this on the same line. I'm feeling a little crazy today. Just going to show you guys how compact you can actually make your code. And I'm going to put that line right there. So there. And then we're going to go down and we're going to break again. Let me see. And then at the very end, if we can't find anything, what we are going to have is we are going to have a default. And if the name, if we can't find a name within our cases, we are going to just assume it's a Pidgey. Okay, so, and then we don't have a break because it's the default. All right, so now what we are going to do is we're going to go SOUT, and then we're going to print out the Pokemon name. So let's see what happens here. We're going to click the green arrow, and then we're going to go down to debug, and also make sure you click right here, because we're going to set a debugger. You could just run it if you want to, and it will print out the name, but I think it is good for teaching purposes to kind of go in here and show people what's going on. So we're going to go debug. Then we're going to go down here. We have int, we have Pokemon number. We initialize an empty string, and this is going to hold our value for the Pokemon name whenever we find it in the switch statement. So it goes through here and it checks the Pokemon number. And if you look here, we actually have our Pokemon number. You can collapse it down, but that's the only thing that's in there. And then it goes down through each and every case, and it's going to check, is this a 4? Is this a 2? Is this a 3? And if it doesn't find anything, it's going to go down in here and it's going to assign the Pokemon name to Pidgey. Then it's going to print out, we have a Pokemon name, and it's going to be Pidgey. Okay, and let's do another example where it finds case 1, just to show you guys what happens when it actually evaluates to a non-default. So we're going to go in here, we're going to press debug, then go down. So string name, Pokemon name, we're going to go, the switch is Pokemon number. Case 1 is going to be Bulbasaur. It's going to assign that to our Pokemon name. And it's going to go down. It's going to break and exit out of our switch statement. And that is switch statements. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching.